Hello everyone, welcome back to the Prestige. Today we're breaking down the UFC 324 fight, Josh Hokit versus Denzel Freeman in a 3-round heavyweight bout. If you are new to the UFC, this is a matchup between an explosive finisher and a durable pressure fighter. We will keep it simple for beginners while including stats and the details that experts love. Let's break it down section by section. First, the fight style interaction map, how these two styles play up against each other. Josh Hokit's primary style is an explosive heavyweight finisher. He has devastating one-shot power and submission threat. His secondary is an opportunistic wrestler with strong top control and ground and pound. Denzel Freeman's primary is durable volume striker with forward pressure, bodywork, and clinch knees. His secondary is opportunistic counterpuncher with solid takedown defense. Preferred phases each one wants to fight in. Hokit wants a close-range chaos with heavy hands, knees, and rapid takedown entries, top position for ground and pound or submissions. Freeman wants mid-range volume striking with forward pressure and body shots, clinch entries to disrupt rhythm and control the pace. The phases they want to avoid. Hokit wants to avoid the prolonged stand-up wars at range where his power is neutralized and his extremely limited experience is exposed. And Freeman wants to avoid sustained grappling or top control where Hokit's finish rate and ground dominance become lethal. Now, how and when their fight styles collide, the fight will live in the early range battles where Hokit wants to close distance aggressively and force chaotic exchanges and mix quick takedowns and dominate the top position. Freeman wants to maintain the mid-range volume, use forward pressure to keep Hokit backing up, and defend takedowns to keep the fight standing. Early success in closing distance versus stuffing pressure decides whether this becomes a quick finish for Hokit or a grinding decision for Freeman. Now, for the win funnel system, the clear path each fighter needs to follow to win. Josh Hokit's win funnel uses immediate forward pressure and feints to close the distance early. Then he sustains the heavy striking in close range, mixes rapid takedowns, and forces ground battles. And then he lands one-shot power for a knockout or transitions to submissions and ground and pound. Denzel Freeman's win funnel is to establish mid-range early with volume striking and forward pressure, use body shots, clinch knees, and takedown defense to disrupt rhythm and drain Hokit's gas tank. If he does that, he might grind out a decision or capitalize on a late-round fatigue knockout. Now here's the strengths that each fighter brings specifically to this fight. Josh Hokit, perfect finishing rate, 100% and 7 pro wins. He threatens every phase of the fight. He's explosive and young, and he has power that provides a massive early burst. He has strong top control and submission threat that dominate once the fight gets on the ground. And Denzel Freeman has superior experience and durability against veteran heavyweights. He has a high volume striking and forward pressure to punish aggressive closers, and he has a solid takedown defense that can keep the fight standing. And on the flip side, the weaknesses that can get targeted. For Josh Hokit, he's extremely limited pro experience, which makes him vulnerable to veteran pressure. He also has a high absorption rate when closing distance that exposes him to counterpunches, and he's got untested cardio in longer fights. In Freeman, he has a lower finishing power, which allows Hokit to survive the early storms. He has potential holes in his grappling defense against strong wrestlers, and he's also older, which can be exploited if Hokit secures the top position. Now, the hidden detail that the numbers reveal is Hokit's perfect finishing rate. He averages high strikes and accuracy and lands knockdowns. Freeman absorbs significant volume when he's pressured. Why it's missed is because the focus is on Freeman's experience, but if Hokit closes the distance early, his power plus submission threat become extremely dangerous, especially against opponents who can't maintain range. And it appears if Hokit can just close the distance, and it benefits Hokit. Now, our 100,000 Monte Carlo simulations ran off real stats. Hokit starts with the finishing edge adjusted for Freeman's experience and durability. 3-round format favors early knockouts but allows grinding. The finishes by the data, Hokit is heavy on knockouts and subs, and Freeman on decisions. Volatility, as always, for heavyweights is very high. Hokit's perfect finishing rate plus limited sample create massive upside, but experience adds downside risk. Now, Josh Hokit comes off with a 70% win rate, with 44% by knockout, 24% by submission, and 2% decision. And Denzel Freeman has a 30% chance to win, with a 10% by knockout, 4 by submission, and 16% by decision. The most common finish window is around 1 by a knockout or submission, and the outcome volatility score, of course, is very high. In the end, Josh Hokit's elite finishing ability, explosive power, and youth let him close the distance early, land devastating shots, and finish via knockout or submission. His win funnel prevails through burst and ground dominance, in short fights amplified by the hidden detail of his knockdown and submission threat. If this fight flips, it's because Freeman survives early storms, maintains mid-range volume, and grinds out a decision. His experience, durability, and forward pressure make him a live underdog if the fight reaches the later rounds, and the current line likely favors Hokit heavily, but Freeman's veteran savvy and volume make him a strong value as an underdog in a fight that stays competitive. What do you think, Hokit KO or Freeman decision? Drop your prediction below. I read every one. Smash that like if the breakdown helped at all, and subscribe for more fight deep dives. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the full card series, and thank you for watching, and let's see who comes out on top.